Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sativ here once more, and today we're going to do something a little different. The footage you're going to see before you is just a couple 3v3 matches that I've picked out, and what we're going to do instead is we're going to sit down and have a little chat about my World of Warcraft story. Shout out to Sensus for giving me the idea. I highly suggest you guys check out Sensus' channel and take a look at his World of Warcraft story after you watch mine, because it's nice to get to know some of the people you watch on YouTube. Get a little bit of history about how they got into the game and what made them decide to start making videos. For me, my World of Warcraft story began back in June of 2005. Previously before that, me and my friend Steve, also known as Dark Arms, many of you have seen him on the stream, he was hosting a private server where we were both GMs on his home computer, and we were actually using the GM powers to like spawn little objects and building ourselves little interesting houses and stuff. We didn't have anybody playing on our server, and it wasn't scripted at all. It was literally just us playing around in a big sandbox with the World of Warcraft models. It was actually pretty sweet. After a while, we got bored and lonely, so we started up our own trial accounts and started playing on Lightning Hoof, a server called Lightning Hoof. At this point, I was playing a warrior. I had a warrior named Reynos, a human male warrior who was balding, actually. When I first made my character, I didn't look at my character and I had a skullet. I had the ugliest haircut, and forever I always wore a helmet because I just looked so goofy. After a long while, I got my warrior pretty geared and started doing raids with a random guild. We progressed slowly through Molten Core, and when Zul'Gurub came out and stuff like that, we did Zul'Gurub as well. I don't really think we ever got too far into Blackwing Lair, or EQ40 for that matter, or Nexramus. We were kind of noobs. But that being said, back in vanilla, when I was in that guild, that was some of my fondest memories of this game. Having that community, being a part of that community, having those friends. You know, there's 40 people that were always looking out for each other and always trying to, you know, help each other out in any way you can. There was a really, really strong community aspect to World of Warcraft back then, and that is honestly one of the things that I miss the most about the game. Near the tail end of vanilla is when I decided to level up a rogue and try my hand at being a sneaky bastard. Needless to say, I love it, and it stuck with me from that point onward. Transitioning over from vanilla into the Burning Crusade, I was not prepared for such an incredible expansion. Arena PvP? What? I was super stoked for Burning Crusade, and I'll never forget the feeling of going through the Dark Portal with my guild for the first time. That was fucking awesome, man. We were all super excited, everyone sitting in vent, and it happened, you know. We did it, we went through the portal, we broke off into groups and were leveling together, and we were all amazed by the new zones and super excited. You know, it was the first WoW expansion, everyone was fucking hyped. At this point in time, I was living at my friend Shay's place. Yeah, kind of a weird situation, but it was really awesome for World of Warcraft because my friend Shay, Morgan, Jonesy, Ben, Josh, we'd all just bring our computers to Shay's house and we'd play World of Warcraft in his basement. Like, straight up, man, it was the bomb. I remember one day my friend Derek Anthony messages us on WoW and says, "Yo, I'm coming over, man." And we're like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "We'll be there in 20 minutes. He bicycled for about 25 to 30 minutes. He rode his bicycle with his computer in a bag on his back and his monitor on his handlebars. Drove down the highway on his bike like that just to come to Shay's and play World of Warcraft in his basement with us. That's how fucking cool we were, man. We were so goddamn cool. But all cool things must come to an end, as we know. Wrath of the Lich King. Yep. Wrath of the Lich King came, and with it, all the beautiful glory of Burning Crusade melted away into nothingness. I'm just kidding. Wrath of the Lich King was alright. Again, I spent a lot of time doing PvE. I slayed dragons. It's basically what I do. Wasn't really until Cataclysm. I honestly don't have really anything noteworthy about Wrath of the Lich King. Kind of just, the only thing I remember about Wrath of the Lich King was Death Knights running around spamming Bloodstrike and shit. Boring expansion for me. But that being said, I did have a lot of fun in Ulduar. Ulduar has a special place in my heart when it comes to Wrath of the Lich King. With the falling of the Lich King and the introduction of the Cataclysm, Sativ found himself in an interesting predicament. I was leading a small raiding guild, and to be honest, it wasn't working out too well. People weren't showing up for raid. I was getting salty and frustrated of trying, so we just kind of joined another guild, you know? I ended up joining a guild called Manus Domini, or Manus Domini. Oh man. As much as I like to joke and make fun of Manus Domini, I have to respect Manus for introducing me to Zacho and Gandort and Minimo. Those are 3 guys that I play with currently. They're fucking hilarious dudes, and I'm happy to have met them. In the Cataclysm is where my little bit of YouTubing started as well. I was mostly just posting montages and stuff like that. In Burning Crusade I was doing videos every now and then. If you look on my channel you can actually see videos from like 7 or 8 years ago. Those are my, I don't know, they're just like literally most of those videos that we made were specifically to troll people on our realms. But in Cataclysm is when I started making things for a broader audience, you know, not just 3 people that I want to rustle, the gym bobbers, you know? So throughout the Cataclysm, I spent most of my time, again, doing PvE and just, like, capping my character and dueling. I was a fucking duel hero, actually. Shouldn't just say I dueled a little bit, I was a goddamn duel hero. I'd spend my time out there fighting blood decays and trying to beat everything that I can in a duel because my EPing is unstoppable! Oh! No, definitely not EPing, but it was more of a, like, challenge, you know? People would say, oh, it's fucking impossible to beat this class. And I'm like, bitch, you can't tell me what's possible or not possible. I'll show you what's possible, motherfucker. And I'd go out of my way to beat the hardest shit that I could. Lately, I feel like I've really lost that drive. I feel like it's too much about EPing now. And I really don't like to duel. Sad boys. So I spend my time in Cataclysm basically clearing all the raid content and just hanging out, dueling and stuff like that. And it wasn't until Mists of Pandaria when I really decided, you know what? You know what would be fun? Is if I kind of learned what I'm supposed to be doing in Arena and just started applying that information to guides for free on the internet. So I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of places trying to sell guides, and I'm like, you know, I understand someone trying to make money off their work, but you know, there should be a free place to get information. And that's what I decided to do. I made it a free place to get information on YouTube. And that's what my channel kind of bloomed into from Mists of Pandaria. I just started by making guides and taking feedback on what people felt was good about the guide or what people felt was bad about the guide. I spent time cross-referencing with other players, asking them questions on how they open or how they deal with certain situations as a rogue. And eventually I just grew my knowledge base into something that I felt was presentable, and I just kept making videos. And I kept making videos and putting my heart and soul into them, trying to make them the best that I can make them, trying to make helpful guides that people feel like, you know, I watched that video and I feel like I really get it now, you know, and then they go play and they feel like they're doing so much better in PvP. It makes them feel really happy. Like, that's what it's all about for me doing this YouTube stuff. And, you know, another thing that's kind of sad is I haven't been really, like, confident in myself or my abilities as a player lately. I've been kind of down on myself. And when I feel like I'm not a very good player, I don't want to be making guides for you guys because it's not right. I shouldn't be feeding you guys misinformation. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion of myself right now, this very moment, after not playing for like the last 2 months. You know what I mean? So after I've been playing every day again and forcing myself to do threes with anybody, it doesn't matter. I just need to play every day. I need to make sure that I'm playing every single day. Because if you don't practice something every single day, you're not going to improve. It's as simple as that. And right now, I feel like I really need to improve so that I can get back to my, you know, my former prime, I guess, and get back to doing what I love, which is making guides for you guys, helping you guys feel like better players, and overall just providing a positive channel for you all to come hang out on, you know? So thank you so much to everybody who's been watching. You know, this video that's been 9.5 minutes, if you sat here through the whole thing and just listened to me tell my story, that's time of your day that you're choosing to spend here with me. So thank you. Now I know this video is sort of transitioned straight from Cataclysm to my YouTube history and then we're pretty much done right here. But that's because most of my Mists of Pandaria experience is on the channel. You know, there's so much stuff that happened in Mists that's on the YouTube channel. Spent a lot of time doing World PvP and doing PvP in general. Didn't really PvE much at all in MoP. And Draenor too, you know. I got a lot of videos about Draenor on the channel. So I don't really feel the need to talk too much about that here in this video. But one thing I am going to mention is what happened. A lot of people have always asked, Sativ, what happened? Like, you were streaming every single day for, 10 to 8 hours a day. You were video editing and producing a video every day. How were you able to do that? What happened? What changed? As many of you may have noticed, I was sponsored by a company called Good Gaming. They're providing me with a CPM to run their advertisements on my videos. And the money that I was earning from that, my YouTube ad revenue, was enough to support myself. I was basically working full-time on YouTube. And it was awesome. It was a really great feeling to be able to support myself doing what I love. But, all good things must come to an end. Good Gaming randomly stopped paying every single individual that was working for them. And they currently owe many people hundreds of dollars. What can you do, right? I'm not going to take someone to court over $200 or whatever. But, they really shot me in the foot there. And when that happened, I lost a lot of motivation too, I went from working full-time doing what I love to doing what I love but working full-time at a hotel doing maintenance, which is what I'm currently doing right now. And I mean, yeah, I dig it. I like working. Feels good to be busy. But nothing will quite compare to being able to generate full-time revenue off of making my YouTube videos. But I'm still here, I'm still trying, and it happened once, it'll happen again. I believe that my videos are high enough quality that somebody will approach me, or I'll put my feelers out there and I'll accomplish what I want to accomplish, which is working full-time on YouTube, streaming, and being able to support myself doing what I love. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, I want you all to stay sneaky. Most importantly, keep your eyes to the channel, because there's going to be a lot coming out, boys. A whole heck of a lot. So stay sneaky and have a great day, baby. I'll catch you next time. And if we're to sign this video off with anything, I just want to say what I've learned from my journey so far. Keep your head up, stay focused, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. Fucking real talk, guys.